It's deja vu all over again. For the second straight season, the Dodgers are down 3-1 in the NLCS against the Atlanta Braves. Now, after last night's comeback victory, it seemed like the momentum was swinging back in the Dodgers' favor, that they were going to come in today at home and, tie the series at 2 and possibly take the lead going back to Atlanta tomorrow. That's not the case. All the Dodgers could hope for is a repeat of last season. After also going down 3-1, they won 3 straight to go to the World Series, and we know what happened there. Now, here's what I think the problem is. The talk leading into the playoffs for about the last 2-3 weeks was, number one, what are you going to do with Cody Bellinger? Because he was having a horrible season, wasn't batting well, had injuries. It just didn't look like he was going to recapture the magic that he had in previous seasons that made him such a fan favorite. And the other point of conversation was, should we try to catch the Giants for the division title? Once we knew that we were locked in to at least be the wild card seed, the question was, do we try to catch the Giants and beat the Giants so we could have home field advantage in the playoffs, or do we rest our pitchers? Now, as everyone knows, we ended up winning one less game than the Giants in the regular season. We had to play the 1-game playoff wild card to get into the playoffs. And then we had the 5-game series with the Giants. And, the pitchers are kind of worn out. Had we conceded that we weren't going to overtake the Giants in the NL West division and rested our starters, rested Scherzer for his last 2 starts instead of starting him, rested Walker Buehler for his last 2 starts instead of starting him. Same thing with Julio Urias. Would we have more juice in those arms for what we need now? Because now it seems like they're tired. They don't have what they need to stop the onslaught. I mean, that's kind of what's coming back to bite us in the ass. At least that's what it looks like. Had they not pitched those games in the regular season, which ultimately were for nothing because we didn't overtake the Giants in the division anyways, we still ended up playing in the wild card anyways. But yet now we put all those extra innings, all those extra pitches on our pitchers, even the bullpen. As you can tell, Julio is not the same these last couple games. They brought him in the 8th inning in Game 2 with the 2-run lead. He gave up the lead. We eventually lost that game. And then you bring him in today for the start, and he just didn't have it. He got 3 home runs right away hit against him, and he was eventually responsible for 5 runs. The bats are not there. Trey Turner, who was the batting champion of the season, he ended the season very hot. He hasn't been hitting very well at all. And, ironically, the guy who everyone was concerned about, what should we do with him? Should he even be on the playoff roster? Cody Bellinger has been coming up big so far all playoff long. He had some clutch stolen bases and a base hit in the wild card game. He had some clutch hits. A double in Game 2 against the Giants, which opened up the floodgates for us to win that, and also the go-ahead RBI in Game 5, and of course the 3-run home run last night. But he also had a single tonight. I mean, you can only do so much. So he's been there. He was the question. What should we do with him? But he's been the one who's been getting key hits and key moments, whereas the other bats have gone cold. It didn't help that Muncy went out right before the playoffs. And tonight, Justin Turner's got a grade 2 hamstring strain, so he's going to be out for whatever games the Dodgers have left. But every team's dealing with injuries. The Braves are missing their best bat since the middle of July, and they're making it happen. So no excuses. Every team has played 162 games in the regular season, and every team that's still in it now is struggling with the same thing, injuries and pitchers that have been, just overworked. So it's an even playing field. The Dodgers just aren't getting hits. Getting 4 hits is not going to do it against a team that's getting 12 hits. They got 12 hits for 9 runs tonight. We got 4 hits for 2 runs. I mean, we've been leaving runners on base, not bringing them across the plate. And it's come back to bite us, losing a close game in Atlanta in the first game. Sure, we got home. We're gonna win. We're gonna win at least 1 in Atlanta, and we're gonna win at least 2 in L.A., and we should be good, right? But no, now we're down 3-1 again, and it's really going to be hard to recapture the magic that we caught last season. Not saying it's impossible. I mean, anything can happen. We can get hot tomorrow and just ride the wave and win three games straight against Atlanta and end up in the World Series again. Who knows? I mean, I'm a diehard Dodgers fan. I want to see it happen, but it's going to be hard to recapture the same magic and the same momentum that we had last year. The Braves are on fire right now. They're playing really hot, and Rosario is just thorn in our side. He's doing everything, and he started it on Sunday night in Game 2 when he stole second, and then he just barely beat the throw home to score the third run, and he's just been killing us. He killed us tonight, and we need some of our bats. The Dodgers need bats to wake up and come alive, and one game at a time. Hopefully we can win tomorrow night and send it back to Atlanta and live to fight another day. But that's what happens when you made the decision. Dave Roberts made the decision to chase the Giants for the NL West division title and didn't rest his pitchers. Now this is what you get. You get pitchers that don't have the same velocity, don't have the same control, and they're physically and mentally fatigued. And sometimes, it may have been better just to win 100 games or, win 90-plus games and have pitchers that are a little bit more well-rested. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda. I'm no expert. I just call it how I see it and just tell me what you think. Can the Dodgers recapture the same lightning in a bottle they did last season and win 3 straight and come back in the most unlikely of fashions to make it to the World Series again? Who knows? We're about to find out. So, UNO, until next time.